Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sirs and ma'ams, dudes and dames, welcome back to the Dune Awakening. We got a big, ambitious plan today. We want to get this bad boy up and running. We already have half the resources, half the plannium ingots, more than half to be honest, and more than half of the spice melange. So that's going to be our goal for today. Get that spice melange up and running. Get that refinery, the large spice refinery on. I am eager, I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to it. So first things first, try to find spice. Not even sure where spice is today. I know where our iron and everything is. I know where one large spice field is. We'll see. I made that today. Fun fact, you need 10k to run it. Yeah, I get that. That, like, you can't just make incremental steps of spice anymore at Depot. But it is worth it, considering how much, how much spice you're saving having it. By the end of the day, if you wish to play Dune for a long while, then I do believe that making a large spice refinery is needed. Mick, good to see you there. Spectred also. Howdy. But because what are you gonna, like, if you're gonna play the game forever or for a long while, then why would you not build that building that allows you to have the maximum spice melange possible? I feel stupid, right? I wouldn't. Okay, I should technically wait for a spice explosion and just farm like steel and aluminum and everything in that time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just fly in the direction of like GH here. So somewhere like H5. See if there's any spice on the way. And like while we're flying in that direction, we're going to be going for our little shipwrecks down here. And we're going to gather some titanium and all that stuff. So good. You build yours in the Haga Basin. Well, that's respectable. But I'm definitely not planning to build mine in the Haga Basin. That is not what's going to happen. Wait, is that the side with the panel? The panel is farmed already. The panel must be on the other side.
Sector weather alert.
Oh, wow. Sandstorm in 2 minutes. Don't even have time to muck around right now. Like if I get caught in a sandstorm, that would be hella not what I want to do. Sandcrawler engine, albatross wings. I mean, the albatross wings I'll take. The spice I'll take. The rest I don't know. Well, actually, I need the complex machinery. Do you need the advanced complex machinery or the complex machinery? I think you need the complex machinery. Okay, now I just need to somehow find safety before I get sandstormed. Just do 2 bases in the E-Road, Deep Desert. Other than that, files, checkpoint, grunt, everything. So I just got an entire ring just for me. Nothing they could do. It's mean. 100 spice sold at 120k at both houses vendor. 130 melange for a medium refinery. So 65 if I build it in the Deep Desert. 68 if you build it in the Deep Desert because 135 gamer. You'll get yourself like a 68 melange is really easy with a small spice refinery. Like you should really not struggle with that. I mean, it's still taking a while, but honestly, 68 spice. If you build yourself an assault ornithopter early and find one large spice field, depending on your server, you already have 8,000 spice. Yeah, and that's 80 melanges, and you're done. Like one single spice field, one single large spice field with the assault ornithopter, and you get what you're looking for. Yeah. Is there any future videos like that? No, because I am not interested in raiding. Nor am I interested in getting raided. So I will always build my deep desert base in the PvE area. I have absolutely no desire to build it in the PvP area. There's really zero need for me to do that. So I'm really not like remotely going to make anything like honeycomb design, whatever jiggy majiggy. Like I am completely keeping away from based PvP because it's super boring. Large spices deep desert only? No, but it costs half. I mean, do you want to farm 1,000 spice melanges or do you want to farm 500 spice melanges?
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Honest question. Wait, does this not count as sheltered? This does not count as sheltered. I was pretty sure this would count as sheltered. Wow. Why does that not count as sheltered? What is sheltered here? Damn. Almost made a doo-doo there. Okay. We're good, G. Oh, I'm unsheltered. Sheltered and closed. Let's just chill for a second. It comes away. The spice comes into the vehicle. When we need some more plastanium, we need some more spice, but we're already in a good way for our little thing. What's more worth for deep desert components beside the dungeons? The crash ships or just the hidden treasure? The crash ships are insane. The hidden treasure is also good. The dungeons are obviously the best, Johnny. If you're looking for materials, like when it comes down to blueprints and such, the dungeons are going to be your friends. Yes. I mean, doing the research stations, like we have done them now with 2 people. We have done them with 3 people. They're just yielding so much. Right? Have we gotten any blueprints from the buried treasure? I've done... No. The buried treasure doesn't have blueprints. The buried treasure is for materials. Here, you're going to be getting the machinery there. You're going to get plasteel plating, carbide blades. That kind of stuff is what you get from the buried treasure. You can get some spice there. I think even very rarely you can get spice melanges. So that's kind of like why you're interacting with that. But no other reason. Okay. Oh yeah, and they give you the opal gems for the Landsrad thingy. That's true too. Thank you. Forget about that. So yeah. All the way up to see daisies. We're definitely going to be doing some research stations today, but I'm also just very intrigued in getting my spice. And in total, I only need another 16k spice. That would be finding 1 large spice field. I don't know. Does anyone know if there's a spice mound open right now? I went to the spice mound in I2. That one is sadly farmed. So yeah. If there's one change to the politics system, what should it be? I think I like Conan Exiles the Titans was so much fun, but there is nothing like that in Dune. I have not been interacting with the politics system at all, so I really reserve any kind of opinion. I mean, if I don't like do a mechanic, then it would be like really weird to actually talk on the mechanic. So I haven't messed with the Landsrad at all. I really have like 0 input. Gonna have to like find 1 large spice explosion or something. G4. There's supposedly a spice field in G5? Why is it showing? Wow, I just lost all my speed. That feels terrible. Why is there a spice field in G5, supposedly? I5, I9, and F5 is the only 3 big spices. Yeah, is F5 currently active? Does anyone know? F6 has big spice currently? Are you sure? We can fly over there. Okay, let's see. G, H, F6 would be behind me. We can fly over and double check. I have nothing to lose. So let's Going checksy daisies. Where is it? On the F6 in the middle? Top bottom left, top right? The compact compactor blueprints. Now I have one compact compactor blueprint. I can repair my compact compactor now. I'm fine. It's going to be a long while until it breaks before I need a new one. I don't think it should be active still, but I'm just hoping like for today for one big spice field. I don't need more, right? With my assault ornithopter, if one big spice field pops, I just get enough spice for days to come. Near F5, so it's F6 near F5. So down here, like down here, like down to the side. You're saying? Oh, there, it's active. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, big shout out. There you go, Chad. Day's starting good. All your vehicles dead as your power has run out. Sir, you need to make sure my power in my base lasts for 20 days. Okay. That's very important. You need to make sure that the power in your base lasts as long as possible. Oh no. Oh no, chat, I got robbed. Oh no. Okay, that's weird. Chat? Robot missing. What am I missing? Something weird's going on. Unequip and equip. I can try that out. That's a good point. But I think the other guy seems to have the same problem. No. Oh, wow, is the other guy getting... Oh, well, he looks like he's getting eaten. Boy, he positioned himself there from the angle. Okay, let's see. Ah, it's working again. Wow. That was hella weird. I've never had that before. I was about to like raise my arms and start a fight with Funcom. I'm about to throw hands here, right? Very, very close. No survivors. Okay, I should be able to farm like all the spice we need for the large spice refinery. That's great. Because like that was my main concern today, to get all the spice, because this is now going to be 200 spice melanges. The problem is that 200 spice melanges is 140,000 water, but I just about have 140,000 water, so that's good. Because 100 spice melanges, like you know, 10 spice melanges is 7,000 water, so 100 spice melanges is, surprise, 70,000 water and moth, you know? Does the assault have a good handling though? I mean, it feels like you're flying a ginormous bathtub with wings. Okay. You're sitting in a fridge and you strapped like wings left and right and a steering wheel up front. That's how maneuverable it feels. Hopefully that draws you a picture of what's happening. Grab some bodies to death stills and you're good. Oh, I'm not worried of getting the stuff together today. I mean, the plastanium is just expensive because I need roughly another 200 plastanium ingots. And 200 plastanium ingots are... plastanium ingots are 250,000 water. So that's gonna be the rather expensive craft there. 250,000 water is going to take me a bit, but it shouldn't be a problem. It's just more like the getting it back and forth between locations. Maybe I should craft myself like a 100k liter John. You know what? Maybe I'm going to make myself a 100k liter John just for the shits and giggles. How much does that actually take to make? Shouldn't be that expensive, right? Servers you're on. I am on the Lampadas server, EU. Even though for some reason, like whenever I talk about the deep desert, people are like, "You're probably on a private server. Like, my deep desert is not like your deep desert. You must be hacking." Like, yeah. It's that. It's hacking or a private server. Other options don't exist. Couldn't just have a good server. Nah. Must be one of these two. Surely. Most likely hacking, to be honest. Because I'm a creator, right? Nah, I have a whitelisted VPN server. Sorry, I forgot. Special Funcom streamer server. You were an A? Nah, EU, sir. Very much EU. You can go to the water mansion to get massive water. You can. That's a question. Like that wasn't like, you know. Okay, how much do we have? That is, look at that, chat. Starting the day very good. And with the size of this spice field, we're gonna be cooking. I am not the slightest. What a haul? Dude, this is just haul number 1. I am not going to leave this area. Oh, ow. It's actually the first time I get booped by the worm. Never gotten booped by the worm before. The good thing is, it's only me and Jeremiah right now. Even though I feel like Jeremiah is not wearing worm aggro boots. Chad. I really don't feel like he's doing that. Shylute will eat you today. Honestly, I would be a bit miffed because it would be my Assault Ornithopter if I get eaten by Shylute. That being said, remaking an Assault Ornithopter is actually relatively quick at the given point. And I'll just pull my scout out, get the Yasmium, and we're done. It's not really that hard. Making an Assault like the first time you enter the aluminum era seems like, damn, you know, all that duraluminum, all that Yasmium. But once you figure it out, once you get your drive on, I think it's easy as cake. And obviously, everyone should make themselves a Assault Ornithopter if you don't have one yet. What are you waiting for? I'm not leaving, by the way, before we have the Ornithopter full to the brim. Like, until the spice, like, keeps leaking out on the side plates left and right. Because I need this. Can I? I can. Oh, there's like more people coming. This could be getting rough to get my 2 spice rations here full, because it does take some time to get it, right? Snake Fritz, thank you for the brand new Prime subscription and support. Fritz, thank you for the very first subscription of the day. Appreciate it, sir. It could be getting rough to like, maybe I'll get like 12,000 out of this. 20 times 16,000 might be getting harsh. There's just too many players here already. I'll just have to find like a medium field or something in that direction. I'll get it. Not too worried. Oh, he's attracting the worm. There are like 2 ways to play this. Okay, so you either do it like me, where you gather a bit and then you where you compact a bit and then you gather and then you compact a bit and then you gather, right? And then you compact a bit and then you gather. And then there's guys like Jeremiah over there who just compacts like there's no tomorrow, and then he gathers, and that usually attracts more mob aggro. Matrix, good to see you there. Thank you very much for your membership on the YouTube. I just had my first full solo haul with big spice areas. How much did you get? Did you outpost full spice now? I've had a day where I've had more spice melange than water. So it wasn't like that day was the day where I could literally not make all the melanges unless I was like 24/7 just hauling water back and forth. I was literally better off. Storage full, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I'm not going to freak out. I'm going to bring this back to like make my second pathing. The advantage I have right now is that I can just get more into my Thopter than the other guys, right? So they might have their Scout 1s, but they can only fill 5 honeys up and then they got to leave. I can fill 1,000 up, then I got to leave. I napped 35k on my server last night. That's what I want to hear, brother. What do you do with all the spice? Sell it? No, I want to make a large spice refinery. So the large spice refinery is like the pinnacle of all creation. Because as soon as you have the large spice refinery, you only need 50 spice per melange. So you start with 100 spice per melange, then you go for 75 spice per melange, and then you go down to 50 spice per melange. That's insane. That's insane. You start with this medium spice refinery. No, the medium spice refinery is the ultimate. It's like what you definitely work for. The first building you desperately want to have, and then like you have to obviously build the small spice refinery to get there. Okay. Obviously, you have to start with the small one. Do you recommend this game for solo players? I still don't know if I should buy it or not. Well, Aris, I have 100 hours, and that was 100 hours of extremely efficient play. Okay, where we're talking about like I've been not wasting time. I've been just laser focused on like my checklist. I need to do this, that, there, then, that, right? No dingle dangling around. No, oh wow, this plant looks interesting. I need to discover. Nah. All right, we're just like pop, 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 pop. Stravidium fibers, medium chemical refinery, and then you need stravidium. So that has been me playing. Okay. Now I'm gonna say that there's way more game time than that. This was just me really laser focused playing. So the game is absolutely worth it for a solo player. If you then like survival game loops, because if you don't actually like a survival game loop, then the game is totally not worth it for you. That's the big question. Do you like a survival game loop? Do you like crafting things and then going to the next tier and crafting things again and then trying to figure out how to optimally use your resources and then killing some people and then finding some recipes and then, you know, like that's a little bit how it goes there. But like, do you enjoy that? Because I don't like it in Rust, for example. I don't like it in Atlas. I don't like it in Ark Survival. Like, I never liked that survival loop there, right? But in Dune, it's really fun. And Once Human too. I almost played 200 hours. I'm solo, not done questing, and only 159. Exactly, CO. So as soon as I'm done with the large spice refinery, I can just leave the deep desert behind for a while and just enjoy myself out there in the wild and finish the main quest. Where did you get your replica pulled sword? From a crashed ship, but I think it's not in the loot pool right now. So it was only in the loot pool that week, and the loot pool does actually change, in case you didn't know that. So I am not sure if you can currently get that thingy. Okay, how much melanges can we make? We'll make another 9. Perfect. We have 72,000 water left. 10 were made. We're cooking, chat. We're cooking. Let's fly back really quick. I need to go for the spice field in F. It was here, right? Oh, it's crazy that it's actually not showing on the map. That's weird. What can you do with the spice residue? The spice residue is needed to craft filters for the spice generator. There's a generator that gives like 1,500 energy or something like that. And that needs spice residue. Also, there is a wind trap. Is there a wind trap that also needs spice residue? It's definitely needed for some crafting later on. Did it say 750 for 1 ratio? I'm still in Haga Basin. No, this was 750 for 10 Ouroboros. So this is the medium spice refinery. The small one is 100 for 1. So 1,000 for 10. This is 750 for 10. Okay. And then the large spice refinery is going to be 10,000 for it's 50 per melange then. But you need, I think, like 1,000 or 10,000 to instantly craft or something like that. Yeah, 10k for 200, exactly. It's 10k for 200, thank you. But you need to get like 10k first before you can make it. But you get so much more out of it. Do you have any water source despite the wind traps outside of the deep desert? Yes, I bring my decaliter johns. So I make sure whenever I go to the Haga Basin that I fill my decaliter johns up to 30,000 water and bring a bone of 30,000. But I think, like, you have to understand, I mostly craft things after a night. So I logged in this morning at 3 a.m. when I was recording my YouTube video. I put up crafting for 10 melanges and like 100 plus tanium. And then I came back later, 6 hours for the stream right now. And we already collected another bout of water from these generators, you know? That's how I do it. Like, I'm not pressed. Like, there's some people, they want to craft 500 melanges per hour, which obviously won't happen. But, I mean, like, I'm chill, right? I don't need to rush everywhere. Like, if it takes me a bit longer to get the things together, that's fine. Like, I'm not going to be building 4 wind traps up there and then provide 4 wind traps with filters to run 24/7. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Use the mummy machine. Yeah, I don't like the mummy machine for the deep desert. I really don't want to bring bodies. Yeah, you woke up to 200k water. That's the plan. I have a 200k water storage. I wake up in the morning, I have 200k water. Then I press the craft button and wait to get another 200k water and rinse and repeat. Give me that spice, spice. Give me that spice. Where's the worm? I can't see it. If it's a worm like that, you don't need to go into the flyer right away. Like, you can wait for the worm to... That one is going past. I don't think it turns in a circle, right? Ever seen it happen? Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Just saying, never seen it happen. Right? Okay, we are in need of another 80,000 spice. 8,000 spice. That should then give us enough melanges. Like, then I should be like at 4... I think you need 475 melanges. That's the amount you need for the large. 475, chat. Sounds like a lot. It's a lot. Hey, we got a little road of spice here. The large refinery is a massive grind for solo. It is. But then again, if you plan on playing the game, right? If you plan on not abandoning the game, it's absolutely worth it. The thing is, what else would I craft right now? So let's assume I wouldn't craft a large spice refinery. Let's assume I would go for what? I would craft myself armor. I would craft myself new ornithopter wings. What would I exactly make, right? If I wasn't going for that. And right now, the one thing that I profit the most from is getting that spice refinery. I mean, sure, thopter wings make me a bit faster, right? But that's about it. Rather like take less resources to make more resources. On the other hand, I could also make a large ore refinery instead. Because the question is, what do you need more, spice melanges or plastanium? I think plastanium is actually harder to make than spice. I'm honest with you. Because it takes more water, right? So I can make 100 spice melanges relatively easy. I mean, that's 70,000 water. Then again, like, spice is always a limited commodity while titanium is endless, right? For titanium, I just have to find those titanium hotspots and get it. For spice, I gotta be really lucky to actually get the spice fields. That I am getting the spice. Compact as much as we can before we run back in. I hope Jeremiah and I don't come into, like, contact here in a second. Because it looks like we're farming that middle one equivalently hard. I just finished my spice crawler carrier today, but have no friends to use it. Oh, wow. I mean, like, first and foremost, my respect to actually getting that done. I was really had no interest to make the carrier. Wow, did he just try to land on the spot where the other dude was landing? A dick move, Mr. Scout Ornithopter. You don't land on another man's spice hubbles he just made, right? There's like this unspoken rule of keeping like some distance between each other. And really not encroaching. Are you concerned by getting hunted by PvP orthos at this time of the day? I mean, it's 8:30 a.m. in the morning in Germany. Maybe there's one ornithopter who wanted to hunt me. And I'll be honest with you, if I die to one ornithopter player, I suck ass. I suck monkey dick. I mean, or he's just the most talented player in the history of talented players. That could also happen. But most likely, if one guy manages to take me down, then I guess, like, he's allowed to do that. Oh. What just happened there? Why is my... Oh, he just went into the passenger seat instead of refueling. Wow. I might have just absolutely choked Chad and, and panicked for a second. Last time I saw a spy field, someone lit me up as soon as I landed. Well, I mean, this server, Lampadas, is very chill. We have, if we have a big guild, it definitely doesn't play when I'm online, because I have yet to see aggressive players. Like there is every night, like in the first day of the new Deep Desert, there was some people like being dicks around spice fields and being like, pew, 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 I got you, ha ha ha, you know, trying to rocket you down while you spice gather. But what's happening on the server here right now is that we have ornithopter players who are hunting griefers. So we pretty much have griefer hunters that make sure that people can actually collect their spice. Because again, like for me personally, PvP is when both parties sign up to PvP. So when I pull out my gun and you pull out your gun and we shoot at each other, that's PvP, right? But PvP is not you with your ornithopter trying to kill me while I'm gathering spice and not paying attention, right? It's not PvP. So yeah, we have griefer hunters on the server instead of griefers. Yoga, I'm from Jur. I'm from Jur too. How? Hey. The ring mount spice fields are the same spot the whole week. I am not sure. I'm also not sure how long they take to replenish. Because I was at the I2 spice field and that was full yesterday. Today it's completely empty. Or 2 days ago it was full. I know this one was also empty like a couple of days ago. So I'm very happy it's like right now here. Don't play Rust. I know I'm not playing Rust. I don't like Rust. The whole concept of Rust is boring to me. Right? Like, I know people enjoy the Rust gameplay concept, but... Oh, that worm is very close. Like, seriously. Sir, would you please lift up your ornithop? Oh god, he just risked it all for like 2 more spice. Rust is a type of game where solo is very possible. I watched some videos of like professional Rust players, how they take out like multiple people and like do like smart raids and stuff like that. And just like nothing of that sounds like fun to me. But I've seen the videos. You don't need a reason to PvP other than PvP in a PvP game. Well, so sir, this is a PvPvE game. So again, it doesn't make you less of a griefer to try to attack people that don't want to PvP. I know there are different opinions, and that's fine. But again... Okay, we got 5,000. We're gonna fill up our inventory quickly. You know what? We're not gonna fill up the inventory. I think I'm gonna come back one more time and then we're good. Yeah, we should do that. Let's do one more passing. I'm actually fine for spice. And then we're gonna go titanium, and then we're gonna farm water. Okay? Don't you get scared of the worm popping right below? You know, whenever I get the worm warning, I look where the worm is coming. I don't actually know how the Shia-Lude worm warning looks, if I'm honest with you. I have like 0 clue. Justin, I'm fine, thank you. I mean, I've seen your comment like 40 times now. I'm good. Appreciate it though. Rain, thank you for the brand new subscription. Maiden also. Balor, good to see you there. Fritz again. Thank you all for your subber-dubbers. Appreciate it. Oh, Mavi, in Asia, servers are farmed with cheaters. Yeah, I've heard that sadly there seemed to be some kind of cheater epidemic on some servers. I'm very sorry for you if you're on one of these servers. I've heard of cheaters like stealing your base, stealing your car, stealing your everything. Like stealing your wife right under your bed sheets, right? It's horrible out there. It's still Ornis inside bases, the whole package. It's been horrible for people. I mean, if I would log in and a cheater actually took away my Ornis and my deep desert base, I would probably just quit. And just be like, okay, I'm fine. I have my fun. I'm done. Right? I don't want to farm this again. Like seriously, imagine you build a large spice refinery that takes quite some time. And then... So that's definitely. And up we go. I mean, the most fun PvP I've had so far, chat, has been in research stations. I really don't think that Dune has good vehicle combat, right? So my favorite PvP is the land-bound PvP. When you pull out your sword and your enemy pulls out their sword and you use your skills and you dance around each other and you do stamina management. That's fun. That's really where I personally enjoy the game the most. Vehicle-based PvP is just a big giga yawn. For me, at least. Do you have the Harkon building skins? Yabba dabba do. Harkon evil guy represent. Harkon evil guy building skins represent. Okay, let's make more. Another 9. Good. It's going to be 150 spice melange. Okay, let's go for a last gathering. Whee! Vehicle combat is better. No, vehicle combat is boring. But again, like you're absolutely allowed to have your own opinion, sir. You know, the actual fighting I find super interesting. But that comes probably because I just like fight-to-fight combat with skills. Because I find that interesting and more skilled than flying an ornithopter around with 0 skills. If the Harkon and Assault skin, no, I haven't bothered with getting my reputation further. So I just have enough reputation, I think level 2, to get the building skins, and then I just stopped doing the quest. Why don't you have a still suit while farming? Real question. The simple answer is I'm probably too lazy to craft one. And to carry it around. And then to swap into it. I am fully with you. You should. You should. You should. I have no counter argument, sir. I guess the only thing you could potentially say is that in case someone attacks you while you're farming, you're at least in armor. And you can fight back. Okay. Maybe. Is scout or heavy armor better? I use 2 pieces of heavy armor and 2 pieces of scout armor. And that, or sentinel. Like here, it's syndicate, sentinel, and station. It is a mix of the 2, and it gives me stamina minus, stamina plus, and enough armor to mitigate any damage in case I actually get my shield broken, which I never do. I've yet to die in a Mark 6 area, or even get knocked in a Mark 6 area. It works. What can I say? Yeah, full loot PvP doesn't happen unless there's a decree. And honestly, if a full loot PvP decree is declared, then you just don't go to the PvP zone for that week and take a break. Fill up your generators and take a chill pill. What skills do you have unlocked? I use Knee Charge, Shigawire Claw, and the Step in the Shadow from the Bene Gesserit. Here, the Weirding Step. So I can appear behind you on any distance, because Weirding Step has screen-wide lock-on, pretty much. Pretty good. Okay, where am I landing? There's the Orno. I can farm on the outside, that's fine. I don't need to go in the middle. I don't need to make my Ornithopter full this time, but I should probably just make it full. Oh my goodness, my compactor's about to break? Really? I'll guess I'll just fill it up half. Then we'll get the plastanium, and then we'll good. Jeez. Wasn't aware my compactor was compacting so much. Didn't I just farm that sand and the sand just respawned below me, Chad? I mean, 0 complaints. Take it. Say compact compactor compacting 5 times fast. Never. I know that's a trap. I'll probably summon a demon. Most likely. Kama, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Kama, that's very kind of you. Happy Sunday to you, partner. Oh, that is a very thin amount of dust I get from this. Oh, no matching items. Oops. Haven't even put anything in yet. I've been running 1 deca and have never had any water problems. Absolutely. So, like, if you have 1 deca liter John with you in the deep desert, that's enough. You don't need more. But, like, it's not wrong to say that having a still suit doesn't hurt to have. I mean, it's literally like, if I'm not expecting combat, if my server is that chill, I'm not expecting to get into a fight, it's like, why not have a still suit? I'm going. Yeah, in reality, you don't know what's never like. See, I won't wear a still suit because be prepared rather than be sad. Correct? Is the compact compactor MK4 enough to farm spice? Yes. Okay, so why the compact compactor MK5? The compact compactor MK5 has less warm aggro and higher compaction rate. So you just get more spice faster while attracting the warm less. Okay. And that's why you want the compact compactor MK5. If you can't farm it, you just buy it. I bought myself a compact compactor blueprint for 120k. 120k is nothing. You get that so simple. I'll probably have to make a video on also a get rich quick scheme, because you can actually make a lot of money by crafting still suits, for example. You can make a lot of money by crafting lubricant as well. So making money is relatively simple to then buy yourself the respective blueprints on the market. Because in order to really remake a compactor again, you would need it. That being said, I mean, I've made the compact compactor now. I've been using it for, what, 20 hours or something? Is there a worm coming? Wait. Oh, back there. Is that coming in our direction? That was weird because that was so far away. Whoa. Yeah, there's okay, that was weird. Totally did not throw me off. I'm calm as a cucumber, Chan. Like, it kind of started back there and then I came over. Do you try the tall soft step boots? Yes, sir. I have the tall soft step boots. We even have a video where we show how efficient they are. Like I ran over the open without soft step boots. It took roughly, what was it? 45 seconds for a worm to get attracted. Then I put the soft step boots on and it was like 1 minute and 30 or so until the worm came, or 1 minute and 50. It was a big difference. You're like, these minus 45% worm aggro, like they ain't fucking around. They're pretty intense. So a high recommendation to have any kind of soft step boots. They're really that good. When we made today a video of Scout Ornithopter versus Scout Ornithopter versus Assault, and tomorrow I was planning to make a video where we talk about the Deep Desert starter set. Like, you know, things you should need could need, would need when you plan to enter the deep desert. And that includes like everything from the compactor to the soft step boots to everything pretty much. You have Twitch, all nuts, yes. We're live on Twitch, we're live on Kick, we're live on YouTube, we're live everywhere. Okay, how much do I have now in my... I kind of want to leave, but every now and then, like every time I think about leaving, it's like, but I could get even more spice. And we all know how rare spice is. So I guess I'd rather like, okay, one last chat before my compactor breaks, because we don't want it to break, okay? Like been really harshly. Do the tier of the soft step boot matters? No. If you have steel soft step boots, if you have iron soft step boots, if you have aluminum soft step boots, the only difference is more, I think, more dash stamina, jiggy, and also more armor. But the warm thread is the same on all of them. That's actually the really cool thing about these soft step boots. So I have the plastanium version, and I have zero reason to make the plastanium version. Because what's it going to do for me? Give me more armor. Congrats. Absolute no reason to go for it. You have a spice addiction problem? I like hate to agree with you. You're correct. Even iron soft step boots. Yep. I don't know if they exist in iron. I know they. I think there's steel ones. There are. Okay, I'm greedy. So I know there is duraluminum ones, there are aluminum ones, there are plastanium ones. I think there are also steel ones. If there are iron ones, I don't know. Okay, iron also has them. Good, thank you. What's the best compactor? The compact compactor. This one is the best compactor. Unless you want to make one out of plastanium. The devs were disappointed how PvP plays out. It's really funny. That's the most fun part. It's like the people, the griefers, are complaining that the PvP is ruined now. But the devs are clearly saying that the PvP that exists right now is not the PvP they want, right? That the ganking PvP is never the PvP they kind of intended to go that way. And yet, tons of creators and players, minority again, are whining and asking for the patch to be reverted. Right? It's kind of funny because like clearly the devs are not on your side. They're like saying this is not how they wanted it to play out. There's more people in the deep desert after the patch. Scorpion, thank you for the 7 months of support. Scorpion, good to see you there, brother. Let's fucking go. You've clearly watched the wrong creators. Actually, like, enter. It's like, so it's not like, okay, rewind. The creators that are complaining are the ones that play too much. That's it. Right? There's a lot of these creators, like, I've actually, on the first day of the patch, I was like, okay, this is a good change. And then, like, I found 20 videos of other creators that play too much. That are literally, like, they have 200 hours in the beta. They have already 400 hours since the game launched. They haven't slept. They haven't showered. They're like, no, it's a bad change. I mean, if you play the game like this is like your oxygen, then I guess the change is bad, yeah. I can see that. You wake up in the morning and PvP, and then you go to sleep in the evening and you PvP. Yeah, I can see how that change is bad. Because you have like done anything other meaningful yet, and it's like the last thing that you have left is the last thing that still interests you in the game. The issue is that like the people are not there even remotely, right? At that problematic. It's often when a game is like 2 days out, like that has been the thing, right? The game has been 2 days out and people were already posting deep desert guides from the beta. And you're like, but this is useless because no one can use your guide, sir. I mean, good that you're posting it. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. But there's no one there. So you might post that in 2 weeks again. Tier 6 armor was only attainable by risking everything. Well, I mean, ask the guy who was in testing stations with us yesterday or Friday. So Friday we did a bunch of testing stations with 2 bonus people or just with 1 other bonus guy. And we found multiple PvP fights inside of there. And I even loaded 50,000 Solari from that guy. So I was really happy. He definitely wanted to have some, but he got some, but not what he was looking for. It was fun. And then we took his blueprints away from him. That he was carrying around. I mean, the person was really weird. There's a lot of titanium here. I like that. This morning, I found an island with like 20 stravidium nodes. And I was like, why? I am looking for titanium. I am not looking for stravidium. I was like, but sir, listen, how about 20 stravidium nodes? You're like, cool. Like, it's not that I don't appreciate you. Like, right? Like, we can be friends. But I'm like, you know, I don't want to fuck right now. Do you know if it's possible to join a guild with the... not in the same siege, but the same server? Yes? 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 I think you gotta at least be on the same server, right? Did you try I2 for titanium? Yeah, it might be insane this week, but everyone and their mom knows that, Balor. So last time I actually went to I2, I2 was empty. Yeah. I mean, it's cool that the only good titanium spot is in I2, but if everyone and their granny knows that I2 is the titanium spot, guess what happens? I went there this morning and actually farmed it because, you know, ta-da. But yeah, then I went there yesterday and it was empty. What cut array is that? This is the tall cut array. The best cut array you can have. Why the best cut array you can have? Because every other cut array, or the better cut arrays, they cost you plus titanium to make. Now, could I make already that other cut array? I could. Not the point. Sandstorm in 4 minutes. Can I make it home in 4 minutes? I mean, I could leave the sector area and just get away from the sandstorm like that. So I guess that's my best bet here at the given point. Just leave the vicinity. You're still in Hagabaston looking for the blueprint. I recommend buying it. Like, I gave up farming the tall cut array. I'm only buying my blueprints from now on. I just will never get it. Where are you buying them? Choam Exchange. You go to the Arrakis or the Harker Village, then you go to the bank where the spinning coin is, and there are panels to interact with that sell blueprints from other players. Can you leave the deep desert by going all the way north instead of south? If you fly all the way to the north in the deep desert, you'll hit a wall and then you go down like a fly, like get squashed. The tall was a guaranteed drop. That's like a 10% drop rate. How much Solari does the tall go for? 80 to 100k. Now, 80 to 100k is nothing. I mean, by the time you are deep desert ready, you should have at least 400k Solari. Or I don't know what you have been doing. Okay. I don't know what you have been doing. Get it from a Haga chest? Yeah. Starfish. You can get it from a Haga chest. It's just not guaranteed. Buying skins? Okay. I accepted. You're correct. I'm sorry. Yeah, sure. Buying skins. Sorry, I forgot about one of the most important gameplay rules. Skins are more important than actual items that help you to become better. That's true. That's true. That's true. I must apologize. I did underestimate your depravities. The only skin I bought was the building skin, and then I stopped. And the only reason you do Landsrad is for swatches. I don't think I have done a single thing in the Landsrad yet, right? I don't think I don't even know where to collect if I actually get something, you know? If I move my thing in a direction, I don't even know where to collect it. What direction can this game go in Endgame PvE? We can get dungeons. Actual dungeons, right? In the overworld, so that is possible. You can get new regions, new areas to then discover, to do new quests, to follow the new loop. I mean, at some point you'll get a new region with a new material, and that new material will then lead to tier 7, tier 8 gear, or kind of different tier of gear. So yeah. Battleground areas. PvE content in dungeons too. Also, there's like a lot of things they can actually tap into. See, animals we can farm. give us animals to domesticate, so I can build my little farm, my little ponyhof. They really need to change the color of the Ornithopter Horizon, or they need to allow you to change it to your personal needs. Right? What are the control points for? The control points are for the Landsrad. There is quests from the Landsrad. Where it says control a control point. So yeah. And then you control a control point. Raids would be possible. I would like to have small group content. I don't... Raids is always like... small group content I would be finer with. I wouldn't mind attacking a spice harvester. You know these big spice harvesters from the movie? Where Harkonnen has this big spice harvester out, and all the Fremen are coming and they're shooting like rockets at the treads and everything, and like topple it over, and then like go all out battle there. You know what? I wouldn't mind something like that. Get some lads together. Okay, we can make more, but that's tons of melanges today already. If I'm looking for my large, like I have 235 here alone, and I'm making tons of more, so that is happiness. I am very pleased with what we have gathered today, ladies and gentlemen, so far. We're getting another 140 in the making. I can make another 30 on top. Are you really located in Germany? No, I'm just pretending. Like it's like I'm actually like I'm from Australia. And I'm just pretending to be German for unbeknownst reasons. I'll find a good reason why I'm doing it. I just have to make one up first. Okay, I need 55 ingots if I wanted to make this. Nah, not worth it. We all have a dream of soul in this game. Not good to see you there. Thank you for your support. Hope you're doing very well, my friend. Okay, first things first, chat. What we need to do right now is we need to go back to the base. No, wait, that's not actually true. First things first I need to check if my wind traps are actually wind trapping. You're online for another 2 hours. Deposit. You're online for another 14 hours. And you're online for another 3 hours. I need some more particulate filters. Okay, let's actually head back. So this has been a very successful start to my day already, ladies and gentlemen. We've been, like, before. We're very close to the spice refinery. Gonna build the large ore refinery for efficiency. I don't know what's better, large ore refinery or spice refinery.
A large sandstorm is approaching.
Where's the large sandstorm coming? Can I outfly? I should be able to outfly that. Right? I'm gonna rate the game out of a 10. I started as a 7 out of 10 because there were some features I weren't too happy with. Because they were only in for immersion, not for gameplay reasons. That's a little bit like a lot with this game. There are a lot of mechanics that are immersion-wise good, but gameplay-wise bad. But gotta say, since I got used to a lot of it, so I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. It's really fun. How do wind traps actually work? If they water sealed, they don't produce water, right? If they are sheltered, the efficiency is reduced, though. You just put them on top of your building and that's it. Don't stress it. They're not gonna break. Just put those things on top of your building, put the filters in, and be good about it. Don't you worry. Once you get the large spice refinery, then what? Then you need to build the large ore refinery. And after you build the large spice refinery and the large ore refinery, you have reached the pinnacle of crafting possible. And then you can technically start making your parts for your carrier ornithopter, for your spice harvester, for your Mark 6 ornithopter, for your Mark 6 assault. You can make a Mark 6 buggy, cut array if you want to, and then transport your buggy out. You could be going for a whole set of armor, which you actually don't need, but why not? Is it worth for the release price? Yes. I think there's no argument brokered here. Game is worth the money. Just know what you're signing up for. Your wings are about to go? Nah, my wings have like, well, how much do they have left? Don't freak out. Like 27, 29%. Come on, brother. Do this, you can get a constant 172. Yes, you can get a constant 172 glide, but I am currently gaining altitude while also only losing minimal speed. So by pressing W every now and then, I am pretty much in an altitude plus, while I'm just having to adjust speed every now and then, so I can infinitely glide like this. What does speed, like if speed stays the same matter if you're losing some altitude? I just always climb higher. I mean, I started at 536 and now I'm 550. So the further I glide, the higher I get. Right? Infinitely. Your same server as me? Lampadas, my friend. Lampadas is the server. Midnight, thank you for the Prime subscription. Scorpion, thank you for the 7 months of support. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Is it a chill server? This is a chill server. Absolute chill server. No deep desert blasting. So right now I try to have my mouse like for constant speed. As you can see here, I can have it in the bottom of the triangle, but I'll lose altitude. If I do it up here, so this is on top of the triangle, I gain altitude. I lose some speed, then I press W, go back, lose some altitude, and then I gain some altitude, Lose some speed. If you find the sweet spot there, you're actually like infinitely gaining and going on. It's actually boring to do this though. It's boring to hit the optimal glide because you really don't have to do anything anymore, right? So for the amount of glide, you just sit there, duh, 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 duh. It's fun once you've figured it out, but then it gets boring. McBear using the Smith of Katara for PoE 2. I really hope for some PoE 2 Gamescom information. In case you're not aware, chat, in the next 2 months we have Gamescom. Tons of games are going to make new announcements. Tons of new trailers are coming. I'm going to be able to try a lot of games behind the scenes. I'm going to be trying to grab all the juicy review footage I can. Trying to talk to all the developers. So yeah. You can't do that with the Assault. Yeah, with the Assault, you have to play different. But obviously, we're flying a Scout right now. That's why we made the video, you know? Assault versus Scout Ornithopter. Benjamin, greetings from German. Moin moin, Benjamin. Good to see you there. Greetings from a German back to a German. The Germanception. Let's get those wings touched up before chat loses their cool. Chat starts violently yelling at me and flailing their arms. Want to get reported to IC. Having like wings not fully repaired. Okay, where is my plastanium? I know I have plastanium here somewhere. I just don't know where. And I have a lot of cobalt paste, which is important. Because I will need to gather that cobalt paste for... That's some spice. That's 41 spice melange. I wasn't aware I had 41 flying around in this base. That's more. Scout Orno. I'll need 5 honeys. I'm pretty sure I have plastanium flying around somewhere here. And I have a lot of spice-infused door aluminum dust. More than enough. Actually sick how much we got there. Plastanium ingots, where are you? Stop hiding, you little shits. Know you're somewhere. Either I'm blind or I just don't have plastanium ingots. But that would be mildly upsetting. So I was pretty sure I had some more. No, see, I have 98. I'm not crazy. Chat being like, Pony, you're drunk, go home. And I'm like, I'm home and drunk, let me be. Okay, how much? How much? I need cobalt paste. 500? $55. Wow, that brain took way too long. That brain took way too long. My scout ornithopter can't carry that shit. I'm still gonna bring what I have already, so that doesn't hurt. I got 500 there. How many silicone blocks do I have? Complex machinery? I have complex machinery for days, so that's good. I need more silicone blocks. So silicone blocks, let's make another 179. Yabba dabba doo. Let's actually go feed some death stills quickly. Mr. Buggy, you'll have to do for now. So I can't get the other thing out. Observation deck? You mean the drop? I don't actually know if I have the dock of the drop. There's one problem as a creator. I forget to get the Twitch drops every single time. Every single time. Mm-hmm. Just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man collecting bodies. Nothing nothing to see here. Just a crazy guy loading dudes into his buggy. I want you to avert your eyes, children. It's for the good of the Empire. The Emperor protects. Okay, listen. The Emperor protects. Central storage hub interface. That would be great. That'd be absolutely great. No complaints. Takamuri, thank you for your subscription. Takamuri, appreciated. Hope you're doing very well. So I think my tool broke, if I'm not mistaken. I like not lose new peeps. Let's fill up my decaliter johns, because this is what I do for the deep desert now. So I take these decaliter johns, I quickly get them filled, that we're just ready for the deep desert, because I need another 240,000 water. That means like with a few little trips, I'll just bring some more over. Probably make more decaliter johns. Okay, Walker, good to see you there, partner. Which base do you delete? I have a base in Western Vermilius, top Eastern Shield Wall, and one in Shale outside of the radiation. You don't need your Vermilius base. Vermilius is absolutely useless at some point. Sure, you'll use it for quite a while, but it becomes useless relatively quick. I would probably, after the first, like, if I would do a new playthrough, so if I would ever start from the beginning on, as soon as I can start making aluminum, as soon as I have my death stills, so like, you pretty much stay in Vermilius until you have 2 death stills made, okay? Because as soon as you have 2 death stills made, you really don't need that much steel anymore. It's like, that's like my turning point usually. And then as soon as I have these 2 death stills possible, I just really get the fuck out of there. And just drop my base in the Eastern Shield Wall. Okay. I think I need one more decaliter john. Don't get the staking units back. Well, none of my bases use staking units because staking units make more beautiful, not more functional. Okie dokie. I just needed some bodies. Okay. Everybody. Deposit corpse. Use a Fremen death still to deposit 100 corpses. I don't know if that's good or bad, Chad. I I don't know if that's good or bad. We've already deposited 100 corpses. I'm just gonna say it is what it is. Okay? How many people have that achievement? That's a good question. Like, I love to look at these achievements. So that's 3.8% of the player base. Okay. And so far, Reach the Deep Desert is actually 22.2% of the player base. That's pretty impressive, I gotta say. Right? When we got Trader, Eye Opening, Repair 100 times, any faction, place a banner, eliminate sandflies. None of these are actually hard, right? Infinite Death Still is on June 18th. Yeah, I don't have that many Death Stills, sir. Come on, have some mercy with me. Recycler, not recycler. I've done that mistake too many times. Compact compactor, repair that thing. Power pack, repair that thing. Tile cut array is fine. We need to make some more makeshift here. Particulate filters. 1, 2, 3. Why do people think the Emperor wings are so good? Do not ask me, sir. I do not know what makes people think the Emperor wings are so good. Do you deactivate machines when you optimize for fuel usage? Circuit stable, 15 days. Do. 19 days. So yeah, this is my energy. This is my energy. Why am I doing this? Because, for example, in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to play Diablo 4 because Diablo 4's new season is coming. That means I need to have this as full as possible that I can do that, right? And I am able to get it. How many generators do you have? Like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 generators. But I am not at the limit of what I can do. So if I currently look at my building thingy, I could plop down another 12 generators, or let's say another 10 to not go past the building limit. But I could certainly slam down more. What about Once Human on July the 3rd? As much as I would like to do Once Human, it clashes with Diablo 4. I will do Once Human probably after a while. After, I'm done with what there is to come with Diablo, but I just won't do it right away. As much as I like Once Human, I fear that the new scenario will be in shambles. Can't say. How much do I need for the... Complex machinery 350. That means 100 something something. $350 is what? 175? Complex machinery, yeah, advanced machinery can take me. Once Human is pretty good and freaking free. Yep, Once Human is amazing and free. Probably still one of my favorite games since 2024. Sadly, they are struggling a bit on the content front in terms of meaningful content updates. Oh, I mean, sadly, I already get like again, we as gamers are pampered, right? I mean, I get a free game that I have 400 hours in and I say the game is struggling on content. No, it's not. I just have too much gaming time. It's kind of the same with Dune Awakening right now, correct? I have 100 hours in the game already. I am super happy. Now, am I going to still say, yeah, there is some missing endgame? Absolutely. But yet, I shouldn't be unhappy with that, right? I just have more time than sense. Yeah, people know life games. Kato, we really don't have a... Often games don't have issues, it's the players. Monster Hunter Wild players. I recently had the argument with someone. Like, he was like, oh, look, Monster Hunter Wilds is down to 10k players. Like, wow. And it's like, yeah, so what? People played it, and then they stopped playing it because they played it. That's fine. I mean, they did what they wanted to do. They got their things out of the way. For the same amount of hours and I'm so behind. Yeah, but that's because I play very efficient, Tipsy Goon. We talked about that earlier. I just don't take the scenic route, right? I don't take the I enjoy this game route. I take the optimize the shit out of the game route while enjoying the game. Okay, I'll get that twisted. Like, we really often don't have game content issues. Not saying that games don't have content issues. We just have people with more time than sense issues. Sometimes you gotta look at sold copies as well. Oh, Rami. People are still saying to this day that Pal World is dead. Even though, like, because of the active player numbers not being high. Despite Pal World being an absolute success, I mean, how many million copies did they sell? Despite the community managers of Pal World repeating, this is not a live service game, right? We're not a live service game. We never intended to keep high player numbers. But for some reason, the game's dead, you know? Make out of that what you want. Yeah, 10 million. Didn't Pal World sell like 10 million? But the game is dead. Listen. It's over. Forever. People have weird obsessions. Yeah, Pal World peaked at 4th most played game of all time. Pal World is one of the games that I completely missed the beat on. I mean, I played some Pal World, but content-wise, I completely ignored the fact that people were so hungry and thirsty for it, right? I enjoyed the game. It was fun. It was kind of cool to butcher your pelts and to build up your base. The survival loop was also great. The actual crafting was interesting. But some of my fellow creators, they made millions of videos, right? And they bombed like hard. Doing a lot of story stuff, leveling up all the swordsman plontologists. I already have aluminum armor and guns. It's just haven't really gotten to the deep desert. I mean, the deep desert is nothing special. It's a lot flying around and gathering resources. Does the loot pool change each week? Yes, each week the loot pool changes for the research stations, for the shipwrecks, for everything in the deep desert. I don't know why people get mad after putting hundreds of hours into the first months. More content in the work just takes time. Because people are miserable most of the time. I mean, what? You know? They literally wait for a game, then they put 400 hours in, and then they're like, my life's empty now. But if you have nothing else but computer games in your life, then, yeah, it can get harsh. East or west for Deep Desert Base, doesn't matter. I built mine in E3 because I just liked it here. It would definitely be better to build it more in the middle, Like, I would build next time around E4, E5 probably, because the large spice fields are then faster for you to reach. Like, I'm currently in E2 here, and if I need to go to F6 here for the large spice mound, that's quite big. I mean, obviously, the position of the large spice mounds do change, so you could wait, like, so here, wait, let me show you. Like, let's say on Tuesday, the Deep Desert resets, okay? You have rebuilt your base. Then wait. So we get a large spice mound is up here in I2. There's a large spice mound in F6, right? It says medium spice field, but it's actually a large spice mound. F5, F6 here. Then there's one all the way up here, H9, I9, somewhere around that area. So that's kind of like how it looks. But you could wait 1 or 2 days for this to get filled before you actually pop your base down for the week. Will you transfer everything tomorrow to your main base before wipe? Absolutely. I will fly here with my Assault Orno, load the Assault Orno full with everything, and then mingle and jingle. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna find enough storage capacity for what I'm bringing here. Bit of the problem. Okay, so let's check, ladies and gentlemen. Large spice refinery. Okay, we got the complex machinery in. We got the advanced machinery in. We got the plannium ingots. We're missing 140. And we're missing spice melange. But spice melange is only missing, so we have 341 plus 68, because that thing here is 68 spice melanges. And actually, it's not only 68, wait. It's 140 plus tannium, the 140 plus tannium that's missing. It's 68 spice melanges, the 68 spice melanges that's missing. And we are just shy of silicone blocks, but I have the silicone blocks all in my base. Perfection, actually. Fuck yeah. Let's load this up with water. So we have more water to make spice. I have a big problem with the last Fremen quest. You get the body water extractor. The game shows me the dialogue of the girl, but not the answer possibility. Did someone have this problem? No. Okay, we give him 3 more. So this is going to be 130 more spice melanges in 1 hour and 37 minutes. That's enough. Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dames, every single one. Okay, I just need to bring some more cobalt paste, a little bit, and the silicone blocks, and we got it. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, got it. The only problem, yeah, where to put it? That's the problem, right? where to put it? Not here. Not here. Not here, my friend. At least not the current way how this is. So I gotta take this one and I gotta move it to the side. Then I gotta actually fill this up with some more filters. Jam 2 filters in there. Jam another filter in here. Any tips on being creative with walls and design for bases? Because I'm not really creative, but efficient. Yeah, Crimson, I mean, look at my bases. My bases are built for function, not for form. I like to just make things work, you know? So I'm the last one to ask for good-looking bases. So, I mean, my main base does look pretty fine. I like it. But, like, the function get a fit on what's happening, pretty much. Oh, I was trying to zip up. Always building a box? Well, building a box is very efficient because you need to put things in corners, and if you don't put things in corners, it kind of like super suckies. So I end up always building boxes. And what I don't need that, Chan. We need to build a dome. We need to build a dome back here. Oh God, no! We can't build higher. Chat, that's the limit. This is the limit. I don't like. Oh no! Oh no! Pony needs staking unit. Pony, I repeat, we need staking unit. See, because like that large spice refinery. We could have fit height-wise. I think it's actually like it's too wide too. Jesus, I need to actually widen this. I didn't think I had to widen this, but it feels like 2x2 is actually not enough. No, I'll alternate. Let's leave it at the 2x2 and hope that that will turn out enough. So I got a plan, chat. I got a plan. We should take that wind trap here. Move you over to the side. Be somewhere. Mr. Wind Trap. Can you be here? Can you be like in the corner? Need to quickly raise this one here. Yeah. We need to extend this roof wise. Don't worry, chat. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. I'm definitely a professional. Okay, definitely. Anyone saying different is just like, it's just a spiteful liar. Because advanced subfief has more space. Not the point. I want to be able to do this in a basic subfief. Okay. Like it's not that we can't do this in an advanced subfief. It's that we don't want to do it in an advanced subfief. Okay. Not the point. Of interest. I'm not planning to put the refinery in here. I just wanted to know if it would fit in here. Problem is I can't see if it's height-wise fitting because it says like, you know, basement blocked by another object. So I don't know if it's height-wise fitting. I don't think it is, but I can't also see if it is. Does it actually fit in the normal subfief console? It should. But I have to destroy the roof probably. You know? It needs 4.5 walls. That's my problem here because we have what? How many walls do we have? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a half wall on tippity top. So the only way to get it is if I actually build from below here. Kinda. What do I have here? I got 1, 2, 3. Oh, how do I get this? I'll have to find like a base where that is like half up and half down, right? Where it's like this. We have to find a base like that, where I can then put the sub thief console, but I can build all the way down. Very unhappy. Place a platform higher. I don't have enough depth, chat. I don't have enough depth here. It needs to be deeper. Okay, well, then I'll just have to replace the sub-thief console through an advanced sub-thief console. Let me actually double check here quickly. Nothing in the storage. So I should have taken enough salvaged metal with me to just build an advanced sub-thief console right away. Right? That would have definitely been better before I stress myself out. Okay. Now I can build a bit higher. Okay. What do we say? 4.5. So I can make the walls higher. I think I still need to build 3x3 because I'm pretty sure that this is like it might be tall enough, but I don't think it's thick enough. But we'll see. Okay, where do I move all my shit for a second? You can get moved down here. I don't need you up there. Give me a moment, chat. We're just trying to play the game of will it fit? Okay. So, So it was a bit too big, a bit too big. No, it's like a little bit, it's like a little bit too big. All right. First and foremost, let me park that back in. I want to get you stranded there, my friend. Let's fly you into your happy little garage. Do we just thicken up the building from the side? Do we just like make it really ugly? As a solution, we will just extend the base to the back here, and we'll just build like a tower shaft here in the back, where that ginormous factory gotta be. We could probably just extend the whole building, but where's the fun in that, right? Just extend the whole building. Also gotta extend the lower floor then, kinda. I don't know if I have enough materials to actually do this. Bigger question. Let's embrace the ugly. I mean, you know how it is. A function over form. There was an explosion. The benefit of the large refinery? The benefit is that you take less spice to make spice. Nah, that was a tiny one. I'm not even gonna bother. So you use less spice to make spice melanges, ergo maximum efficiency. Large spice refinery is technically what everyone wants, or everyone should want in the long run. And the sooner you make it, the more efficient your whole spice making scheme will be. That's the thing. Like if you make, the later you make it, the more spice you wasted for stuff that you don't need. Right? More spice you literally wasted for like getting yourself a new pair of shoes, of I don't know, like making a chess piece first, something like that. But actually you should all make that as later when you have the spice refinery, because then you spend less spice to make the melanges and you can make yourself more items, right? I'm pretty sure I don't have the resources for this. So you pretty much, in comparison to the small spice refinery, pay half the spice to make one melange. So you get 2 melanges for the price of 1 melange, which is obviously very, very efficient. Only the back part here has to be the height part, right? I'm running out of plastone. That was not intended. So, now that I have run out of plastone, that's kind of bad, right? So I don't have new plastone here. Can I not just make new plastone? I don't have silicone blocks. No! I can make silicone blocks, but I don't have flower sand. No! Oh, life's complicated. More plastone? No. Like, I'll get more plastone in a jiffy. It won't be the end of me. Let's finish the building extension first. And I am able to do that. And put a roof on top of everything, I guess. I'll have to think about, like, so this part back here, that's where it needs to be high. Right? It needs to be 3. It needs to be 3 times 3. That's it. Is that now the 4.5 walls that we needed? It is, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it needs to be 1 higher, right? One more on the tippity top. But that one here doesn't need that height. Correct? So we can already save on built material here. Okay. Can move you to the back for now. Out of the way. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, perfection. That one can get sealed up too. Actually, what am I doing? When you're drunk, go home. Ignore that. That just has to look that ugly. Okay. I think we cheaped out, but we get it done, Chan. Look. Look. We cheaped out, but we put all the pieces together. Only that we're actually missing to get it done, because now I have to fill a 3x3 with walls. So 9 walls times 6. We don't have the resources with us right now. I can roof this up right now. Sit down. Wife didn't hear me, or ignored me, or both. I gotta figure out if the pool is like overflowing. So I put the hose in this morning. I've just been having it fill up. So we get in Germany the next days, it's like a 30 plus, whatever that is in your imaginary units that you use in your country. It's warm. 30 in Germany is warm. Put up the pool yesterday. Okay. Was steht da? Hast du mal den Pool geprüft, ob der läuft? Okay, see, this will work. We just need to make it 1 higher. How much plastone do I have left? 9. This looks so ugly, by the way, but it actually kind of works. Let's see, where can I steal plastone? I mean, technically I can steal 1 floor on top of this building, right? I can it still counts as sheltered. Like, you know, I got plan. This is good. This is good, chat. This is good. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Trust. Full trust. I need. Oh God, I'm dying. I'm dying of thirst. Drink. Chuck. Okay, done. Waltz. Where are my waltz? Okay. Link, good to see you there, partner. Thank you for joining as a member. On the YouTube. Appreciate it, sir. Can I build from down here? I can build from down here, right? I really miss, so Once Human had one amazing feature, chat, and you know what it is? It is build while flying. Probably the best feature in any building game. That you could just go hover AFK in your base, right? And then you just build your base while you're flying through it. And you could interact with everything. It would like the snap-on feature generally. Like Once Human building is so elite. It was always the most fun. Also the one game where I enjoyed building the most. Uh-oh, chat. Uh-oh. I need to yoink a wall somewhere. mean, my overall plan is I can move these here up. And then I can build another roof. And I can move that up. And then we can lower this whole thing here by one roof. Okay, we did it. Chat. We're the chosen one. Can we even build back the enclosure here? I think we can, right? We can afford this. At least basically, not completely. We're gonna put the floor back in. See, there you go, chat. There you go. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, the dome is complete. Good. How much more energy does the big refinery need? Because that was the thing. So the big refinery needs 500 energy over 350. So I am missing 2 generators worth of energy. That's also why we expanded the lower floor here. See, now I can just put the 2 generators more worth of energy. Okay, there's a whole wall here that I can actually take down. Wow, building materials safe, chat. Look at me. The whole basement is better now. Okay, we did it. The dream. What are you looking at? So this is the refinery floor. That's the most efficient way how to deal with fuel. Anyone saying different is lying. Bunch of filthy, dirty liar weasels. Generator floor is pure love. Okay, let's fill it up. Good, everything is working. But like, if you don't have a generator floor, you should definitely watch the video on it. We have like a YouTube video on our best base design or most efficient base design. I don't use anything but these generators in any of my bases. You have a 40 building limit, so a 40 machine limit. You can build 30 generators, 35 and 35, and then still build the crafting things you need. Staking units actually extend this amount by 8 or 10. So with staking units, you can even build more generators. And obviously, these are the easiest ones to fill up. Yeah, put that buggy and farm 900 fuel per cycle. It is what it is. Be efficient. Link, gotta catch what you can, brother. Ah, beautiful. 3 days. I thought generators can be outside. Hey, generator floor is just queued. Okay, so we gotta wait for the spice melanges and we gotta bring the flower dust over. So this is another hour before we can actually do things. I still feel like this is incredibly ugly. I don't actually know what this corner is. I like how this corner came to be. Can I not like just pull the wall over? Yeah, I can just pull the wall over. Can I not just flatten this here wholesale? And just cut the design a little bit. Man, like the whole design went sadly a bit haywire. Can I not cut that? Before making that ugly mishap there, whatever that is. Okay. So now it is a 2x2 weirdness. Cool. I'm fine with that. Here, we have enough building material left to actually give him the walls that he deserves, chat. Actually, you know what? Flat walls. It was flat walls for this. Why flat walls? Because the other walls have a harder time getting in. So you're gonna have your ornithopter like jam against it left and right. The only thing that's left being very ugly is this one here. Because it's the lower end thingy stuff. When I can probably cut the corner just out. Can I just cut the corner out? Yeah, there's actually nothing in this corner. I just have to pull like the generators back. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, that looks genuinely upsetting in every single way. That looks genuinely upsetting in every single way. It hurts my soul to look at you. We could flatten this whole portion and just pull the water tanks out to the side. Why don't you cancel the spice? Won't it be cheaper with a large refinery? I need that spice from this refinery to make the large refinery. So right now, if you're looking at my spice refinery, if you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, we are sitting very close at getting it done. So we have 371 spice. The refinery itself has a 68 spice and the 140 plus titanium ingots I need to actually make it, right? Because this is here, what is it? It's 143 plus titanium to make and 68 melanges. And it also has like 113 silicone blocks. So I need to bring over the 440 silicone blocks. Yeah. And we get that. That's the last thing that's needed. Let's bring over the silicone blocks. Oh, and I need aluminum. Whee! That thing is expensive, the deep desert. That's not even the last expensive thing. So after building this, you still have to build yourself a... this. No, that was a lie. This. The large ore refinery, which would be 380 ingots, 540 silicone, and 400 spice melange. But it doesn't make sense to make the large ore refinery before you make the large spice refinery. Because the large ore refinery can be easier made with a large spice refinery. Right? Since if you have the large spice refinery already, you can make that simpler. We need to definitely rebuild this building. It's like it offends me. Okay, chat, can we... Is it fine if I rebuild it? Are we cool? Because it really offends the way how I made that look right now. How in the hell did you manage to get 1,000? You only need 500 in the deep desert, sir. Finally just got Charles soft step. That's what you want to have. So you need 500 nasty. This is the deep desert. In the deep desert, 500 is enough. Zeridos, thank you for the brand new Prime subscription. Appreciate it. Sorry, chat, by the way, if I missed any subscription because like my tool has been going haywire. So Sycamore, I actually did miss your subber dubber. Sorry for that. For some reason, my subscription tool bugged and crashed, and that's like, yeah. I missed some, probably. Link, exactly. Link sub. Link's sub gift, Piotr with the 18 months, Gorilla with the 68, Hunjin with the sub and the sub gift, Takamuri. Sorry. Yeah, told you. Missed a lot. Appreciate it. Reset is soon. Oh, reset is going. So here, exit to main menu. Reset is in 1 hour and 18, 1 day and 18 hours. But so the main reason I'm building this right now is I need to test if it all fits in a box. Okay. I need to know if it all fits in the box. In the box. How much I can transport with an assault ornithopter. Because the problem is, like transport... Where's my horizontal line? I just missed the horizontal line where I'm blind. There it is. Like, you need to be able to deconstruct your base later on. So, yeah. What's your goal in Dune right now? Just farming tier 6, then what? Then I'm done. I can PvP, I can do Landsrat, I can farm quests, I can do quests, I can, like, so I still haven't finished my journey, okay? Step number 1, chat. I still haven't finished my journey. I still need to do the stuff for Zentara. I still haven't done all the faction things that you can do, whatever that is, right? We still have here things that we can knock out if I feel like it. We have here things if we can knock out. So like my completionist, your inner completionist is tingling. I still haven't leveled up every single class quest line to the max. So I'm missing out the unique weapons. I'm missing out like all the skills. That is also something you can do. There is much you can do if you then want to do. I see a lot of people be like, oh, you get tier 6 and then what? Are you done with the game? Nah. I mean, there's a lot of things I can actually still enjoy in the game. Also, if I get tier 6, I still need to make a buggy cutter rate Mark 6, right? I need to make a full Mark 6 armor and that kind of stuff. This is not like I can collect every single blueprint in the game. Also not done yet. I don't know, like, often it seems like that PvP players are like, you're gonna collect tier 6 and then what? You know? That's what every single PvP player has asked me so far. You like, I'm enjoying the game. And what? Enjoy the game. Immerse yourself. Have a good time. Build yourself the biggest decaliter John and fill it up all the way just because you can. Moins and Tiberis, good to see you there. The deep desert is not all PvE, no. I'm sorry. There's enough PvP in the deep desert. On Friday, we weren't testing stations and we had like constant PvP because one dude was either stream sniping and following us or he was really unlucky because he kept running into us and we kept running into him and it wasn't good for him. Yeah, also, if there's a DLC coming, you want to be full Mark 6, exactly. This is something really important also that I think doesn't get mentioned enough. If there is a DLC coming, or as there is a DLC coming with a new region, you want to be fully Mark 6. You want to have a Mark 6 Ornithopter. You want to have a Mark 6 storage. You want to have Mark 6 cutter race. You want to have the Mark 6, well, whatever, a radiation suit, right? Because if then the DLC is coming and the DLC is obviously going then for Mark 7 gear, probably. What you gonna do if you're not Mark 6'd? Right? How do I get from one city to another with my chopper? You need to fly out here into the overworld. And as you fly out in the overworld, you can then go and go to Harker Village or to Arrakis. So now I could fly to Harker Village or Arrakis if I wanted to. Or instead of doing that, I could also just talk to a ornithopter guy in an outpost and he would fly me there. Good. I got a China Zerg and a Korean Zerg, 2 to 3 guilds. Yeah, the Chinese are built different and the Koreans too. Same as the Russians. They take these games more serious. Like, I gotta say, I've always cherished that I'm playing on an EU server. Words cannot convey how much I'm happy for playing on an EU server. That is also not having, like, Russians overcrowding it. Nothing against Russians, but if you ever played with Russians in a PvP-esque game, you will understand what I'm saying. This is nothing racial, you know? Like, they just have a different mindset. The same goes for Korean players often. The same goes for Chinese players often. They just do be built different, mindset-wise. Very different. Australia has been pretty bad. That has been my number one report so far. Australian servers do be bad. Australian players seem to be absolute savages right now. So it's hard out there. Right? It's like, as soon as if you have ever played like Rust with Russians, you know they're built different. What happens if I put this as circuit 2 and a storage box as circuit 3, then I break the building? Does the whole building end up in circuit 3? South Africa or South Asia has been pleasant. Is SA? Or South America? Jesus. SA can be many things, sir. OC is so toxic. I'm surprised by that because usually I know OC players to also be relatively chill. Do I have more silicone blocks? How many? So I have 214 more silicone blocks somewhere. But even that, wait, well, what did I say? I need to bring 400 jiggy jaga jaga, right? It's not enough. You know what? Let's just get some sand. Let's just compact some sand really quickly. SA is South America or South Africa. After deliberation, I built the large ore refinery in my main base and only transform spice and stravidium in the deep desert. Yes, Crane. I think it makes sense to do that. By the way, how much are you saving with the large ore refinery? Can you tell us that, Crane? Because right now you need 6 titanium ore and 1 stravidium fiber to make a plastanium ingot. But is the large ore refinery, is it making it cheaper? Don't ask me why as a German I play on a private Chinese server, but the deep desert is like dead. Or you get recruited by random Chinese to guard their spice harvester. And as long as you give theirs, if they give you some spice, I guess it's fine. It's 3 for 1, damn. With 4 titanium and 1 fiber. Well, that's fine. Large is also 4 aluminum instead of 7. Yeah, but aluminum really doesn't matter. I mean, aluminum you usually swim in, right? Let's all pretend you're not swimming in aluminum. Get that aluminum for days. Three titanium if you have the 25% crafting buff. Yeah, like so far on this server, only Atreides is winning. Harkonnen hasn't won a single thing. I'm sorry, Harkonnen, but you're not winning. I choose the wrong faction, chat. Choose the wrong faction. I'm in the wrong team. We ain't winning shit. We ain't putting out decrees. What do? You abandon your faction and join the other one. Right? I mean, surely you would help your faction to win. Nuh-uh. You just betray your own faction and swap. Like, I mean, once it turns out your server has, like, the left side winning, I'm gonzo. It was like, it was a pleasure. But look at the difference here, right? This is all claimed by Atreides. I'm gonzo. How much spice can you farm per deep desert run? Well, there are no deep desert runs anymore because if I farm spice, I stay in the deep desert. I don't leave the deep desert. But my assault ornithopter plus my inventory, I can farm like 7,500 spice per run. I mean, this morning, okay, chat, in case you missed it, but this morning we farmed like what, 20,000 spice in like 30 minutes or so? Less? It was quite good. Your greatest fear is that the worm just comes up and kills you in your Orny. Well, you should never be scared of losing your Orny because you technically should have the resources to craft another 2 or 3 in your base. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have that, but I should have that. Okay, you should have the resources to craft a couple of Ornies in your base, just in case. What compactor are you using? I'm using the compact compactor, the best compactor in the game. Unless you obviously have the compact compactor at Mark 6, which I don't have. Use Assault or Scout. I use the Scout for Haga Basin stuff, but my Assault Ornithopter is currently in the Deep Desert. So my assault ornithopter stays in the deep desert for the whole week. It's not leaving there. I'm gonna fly my assault back when I'm done. So when the week is over, when the Coriolis storm is about to hit, and I take my assault and fly it out. We just made a video, in case you missed it, guys. We finally made a video without a faith thumbnail. I know you're used to this beautiful muck at this point, but oops, sorry, that's wrong. This was the video. It had a random sandworm in the top left corner, in case you haven't seen it, Chad. See, totally not photoshopped in, right? Who would have guessed that one is photoshopped in? Not me. It looks so natural. I lost 3 Ornies this week in Deep Desert without getting any spice, so now... Whoa! 3? Call me... What server are you on? Full of savages. Holy Christ. I haven't lost a single Ornithopter. It was close, so I so far had 1 PvP encounter where someone really wanted my ass. It was close, but I got away. Yeah, you should definitely, like, especially in the aluminum era... I mean, for me, making like 2,000 duraluminum, like, right? I just watch a movie and do that quickly. And then you can craft yourself a couple of assault ornies. But yeah, like, it's like, the crazy part about this game right now is and stays how big the difference in game experience is between having a very aggressive server and having a server full of chill mother truckers, right? There is just leagues of a difference. And it's really like, it makes or breaks the game for you. Like, I've never had a game where it was this decisive, if you're gonna have fun or not. Right? Never had a game. Where it's between, like, I hate this game and like, wow, I love this game. Was the best power source starting with the aluminum tier generators. I currently have 17 generators in my base. I'm going to expand those generators probably to 25. And they're the best way to make energy. Every other generator as a solo player requires you to farm. So let's assume you're gone for a week. Okay, Chad? If you're using wind traps, you get a... jam them chock full of lubricants. It's not that complicated to make lubricants. You still have to make them. I mean, I literally drive out of my base, I gather fuel cells, and I'm done. Now, obviously, if you play a lot, if you play a hell ton, if you have like 10 death stills, yeah, generators won't do. Okay, they won't do. But it really comes down to your playstyle. Like, I have a very relaxed playstyle, right? Today, I'm making 300 spice melanges, and I made today 200 plannium. But for that, I have the tools to do this, right? So I have my decaliter johns, I have my my shebang bang to get that done. But I am not stressing myself too much, like, to make another, like, so that's the amount of melange and plannium I'm making today. So I'm not planning to make another 400 plannium today. I'm not planning to make another 400 melanges today, right? What I just told you is what I was planning to make today. And then I'm good, right? I'm not a guild. I'm a solo player, and I take my time. Now, other people are way less chill, and they kind of feel like if they're not making like 4 billion materials per hour, they're failing, right? When someone told me he made like 800 melange today, I'm like, okay, congratulations. Like, not my ambition. When you play, do you have a plan of what you want to accomplish? Well, I have an outline of what I want to do. So today I wanted to make the large spice refinery. But I also checked at the beginning of the day, what did I have already for that? So making the large spice refinery, I was halfway there. So getting the last half done is not too complicated or too ambitious, right? It's more like, I will definitely get this done today without making too many sacrifices. Getting 300 spice on your server solo would take you weeks. Yeah, I'm like, again, my server is just godsend. I mean, I found a large spice mound this morning, okay? And on that large spice mound, I farmed 20,000 spice without ever anyone, like, touching my wee-wee. Like, everyone was just chill. Everyone was farming. We were all just having fun together. Am I being yelled at? Ah, no, it's my children yelling at mom. I made 17 melange just by farming spice in Haga Basin today. That's my big claim for fame. That's actually pretty freaking good, Jose. Is it worth to make the medium spice refinery? No. You go small spice refinery, medium chemical refinery, medium spice refinery, large spice refinery, large ore refinery. That's currently the stack. The only other item I've made is this sword. I have not made anything out of plannium else. Okay? Medium chemical, medium spice. Made myself the survival fabricator or the weapon fabricator to get the replica pulled sword. And now I'm right away jumping for the large. Large spice before ore? Yes, because the ore refinery costs you another 400 melanges. So why would I now waste 400 melanges to make the large ore, or 200 melanges if I'm doing it inside the deep desert, when I could make more melanges with a large ore refinery? Can you show your generator stack room? Yabba-dabba-doo. Here, it's below my base. That's it. I can extend this for more. So you pretty much enter my base over a ramp. Okay. This is the big ramp into the base. Right side is for my ornithopter. And you don't actually see that I have the floor, right? So this is the crafting floor here. That's the crafting floor. And right next, below the stairs, is the generator floor. And when you enter the base, you don't notice it exists. I found that a very, like, right below me here are the generators. Found that a very nice solution. And over my Subviv console, I refill all these generators. I used to play with wind traps, so I'm not gonna lie to you, Chad. I had wind traps. I had 5 wind traps. I even built a large, energy generators here. What are they called again? Not wind traps. What are the shitters called again? Here, the turbines. So I had 5 of these turbines, and I had 1 wind turbine directional. And then I puked because I hated refilling them. It made me so sad. And I destroyed them all. I kicked them all out of my goddamn base. I was like, fuck you, nerds. And I just built generators. I was so done. It was so annoying. I went to vacation, okay? Chat, I went 7 days to vacation. And I almost didn't fill them enough for 7 days. What the fuck? And then I kicked them all out, replaced them to generators, 20 days uptime. 20 days uptime. Good. We gotta wait for this to be done. So I need the silicone blocks. That's 42 minutes. I need these silicone blocks. What did I say? I need to bring 440 yada yada for the silicone blocks. Did I need to bring silicone paste? I don't remember. We got the ingots. We got the silicone blocks. So we need to wait for some. We got aluminum for... We got water. Okay. We're somewhat good for the time being. Kind of want to bring this one out in the deep desert. Might be nice to have in the deep desert. Could farm some more aluminum to make door aluminum. I have aluminum ingots, but they take like so long to make. So let's get some aluminum quick, as it just takes no time. At 30 turbines, it's so easy to refill them. It's just simply, it takes gameplay time to refill these things. So I have to waste time to make things to refill the turbines. For the fuel generators, I don't have to waste time. It's just, again, it fits my playstyle. I'm not saying... Okay, chat, listen. I'm not saying you shouldn't use the omnidirectional wind shebang bang. It just doesn't fit my playstyle. It just doesn't fit how I act inside the game, right? But that's me personally and how I play. It's the same when I tell you that with 2 death stills, I've had enough water production. And people keep telling me that's impossible. Like, everyone told me that with 2 death stills, you will never make it into the plannium era. Here I am, 2 death stills, and I'm making a large spice refinery. Any guide to follow for a new player, Brew? We have everything. So in case you're new to this channel, hi, name's Ponyoff, pleasure to meet you. We have everything here, okay? From the how to solo deep desert, armors, build, base building, how to use your buggy, things you should definitely know, early ornithopter, death stilts, best beginner blueprints, early base, that was your second base, more beginner blueprints, Haga Basin loot. Yeah. Is this an MK6 buggy? No, it's actually the MK5 buggy with a focused buggy cut array. MK6 cut array is amazing, but also expensive. I don't know if you actually have looked at what the MK6 cut array cost. I have it, okay? I could make it, but that thing cost you 130 plus tanium ingots and 162 spice melange. Like, what the fuck? It's super worth it though, because it farms 116 stravidium and titanium. The thing is, so the thing about this focused cut array is, if you make it, you will have more titanium and stravidium than you'll ever be able to transform into plastanium. Does that make sense? Like, for a solo player, like, no. I will never have the water to use this. Up to the middle E row. You can build your base into the middle E row. Yeah, it's 162 with perks, exactly. But you'll have so much titanium that you won't even be, like, unless you're a guild, I would never make that thing. It just really doesn't make sense to ever make this unless you are a guild. I'm not a guild, I'm just poor old me. Is your server still available to join? I don't know. If, like, I know you can swap servers. I don't know how to swap servers. But yeah, our server's pretty chill. We got Germans on here. We got English-speaking, English EU people on here. I think we have the French on here too. But this does not seem to be one, like, so some servers are like official Russian servers, official, right? Official Spanish servers and so on. It seems to be like one of the mixed servers that is official nothing, just English speaking, done. Yeah, it's pretty chill. Yeah, official chill server. I mean, like, so why did I choose this server? It's actually because of the name. So we're on Lampadas. What do you think when you hear Lampadas? There are servers like Lunar, Solaris, you know, the Moon. I don't know. The Village from Naruto. Like, they're names that literally sound anime. They're names that have like Greek stuff in it and so on. You know, people go for this, right? They hear like a cool Greek word and they're like, I need to go for this server. And then they have Lampadas. What's that? Right? That sounds stupid. And I was like, yeah, this is the most stupid name I could find that people are just naturally averse to. Right? I'll take it. There was the decision process, to be honest. Take something that doesn't sound cool. There's a lot of French on my server and a lot of PvP. Well, the French, they have 2 modes. Either they're very chill or they're very aggressive. And there's no in between. Good. Fueled up. You have a sometimes issue with small spice fields. Yeah, so like small spice fields are a lie. They're an illusion. So you might go to them and they're there, but you might also go to them and they're actually not there. Like, so you might have been sniffing it too much on that spice glue, my friend. Yeah. I see you there. Like you've been imbibing, huh? You were supposed to deliver that spice to the factory, but instead you're like, ah. And then you land on that spice field and suddenly nothing is there. I think you're the problem. You gotta get a bit more. You gotta calm down there, sir. Yeah, they're non-existent spice fields. Someone farmed them already, but they're still visible on the server for no reason. Right? That's what it is. Ah! Hey, Pony. Oh, Tomo, sorry I missed your message. Jesus Christ. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tomographic in the chat. Everyone say hi. It's been a long time no see. Thank you for making me aware, by the way, sir. I missed it. It's been a bit busy, I have to say, because Dune Awakening has had my most successful YouTube streams ever. I mean, we have tons of people over on Twitch, but actually Dune Awakening is the first game where we have more viewers on YouTube than on Twitch. Yeah. Eat that, Twitch! I don't know what they're to eat, but eat it. So far, I've not gone into the deep desert, but I've done best farm whatever spice blow up. Yeah, so you need the deep desert. Like, okay, listen. If you want to make Mark 6 gear. If you don't want to make Mark 6 gear, that's fine. Just stay in the Haga Basin. You know? There's absolutely no reason to leave that. I think, so if I'm honest with you, the best part of the game is steel, iron, and the start of aluminum. That's legitimately, genuinely the best, the most fun. Because you're still making fast and good progress. You're like getting your buggy. You get into the Haga Rift the first time. That's like where the game shines the most. And then when you later get to Dur Aluminum and Plastanum, the game really, it doesn't get worse. It just gets significantly slower, right? And it's kind of like the early game where you start sucking blood and then you get your first death still and all that kind of stuff. It's like, it's ow, 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 buggy PvP. It's like where the real fun is right now. And then later it's still fun, but later it's definitely the fun. I think Tomographic can probably agree on that. The fun gets like, oh God, I am stuck. I hate when that happens. I'm never sure how to unstuck myself right now. So it's like, last time I had to use my spice abilities to unstuck myself. Do you see how I'm like can't move? Because I've been using my wording step one time too much. And it like animation locks you somehow. It's weird. I try, dashing could help there, but it's like not stuck due to game mechanics, like just stuck. So yeah, if you enter the later game, like Dur Aluminum plus Tanium, I think that's where having a team elevates the game and makes it more fun. Definitely. Especially if you have like 2-3 people and you build a ginormous guild base with and stuff like that. I mean, I'm a solo player. I don't regret playing solo, but I just know from a game design perspective how much more interesting it is to then play with others. Right? Okay, I'm lost. I don't know where I am anymore. Titanium, Stravidium is only in the PvP areas. No, there's also some titanium and some Stravidium in the PvE areas. Just that the quantities are way less than in the PvP areas. Okay. I crouch and walk when the stuck happens. I'll definitely panic when it happens because it's terrible. Is Deep Desert scary? Depends on your server. It absolutely depends on your server. For some servers, the deep desert is a joke, like mine. So there's nothing scary there. Like on my servers, like the chat was saying, hey, there's a griefer on the big spice mount in I2. And then other people were like, we're coming. So there's pretty much people killing the griefers, so the griefers stop griefing and we can all farm resources. That's the PvP on this server. It's anti-PvP. Right? Sorry, we don't want griefers here. Which I like. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love that. But at the same time, you might have the opposite, where it's like, oh no, there's a lonely scout ornithopter on Spice Mount XYZ. Hunt him down. He has a storage on his ornithopter. We hate him. Right? There's two ways this can go. We saw someone with a storage on his ornithopter. Kill him. Take him down. Okay, 419, but I set 440. Okay. We get the complex machinery. We get the... I don't know. I don't remember correct if I needed to bring some more silicone paste. So I think I'm going to bring some more. I don't need that much, so I don't need like 176, maybe 88. Let's loot that. Okay, we're going to bring the water... Let me repair because before chat gets an aneurysm and throws something at me. I know you're close, chat. I know you want to throw something at me. I am very sorry. Let's repair things. Let's build up. Still my first thopter, chat. I haven't lost a single thopter yet. I don't know if I'm like... Just call it up on me right now. Okay, let's go and check if I can build the large spice refinery. We should be so close right now. How's a solo player supposed to use the sandcrawler? He's not. You can technically use a carrier ornithopter to drop your sandcrawler. The problem is, what happens if a worm warning comes? You have to run out of your sandcrawler to your carrier ornithopter to pick up your sandcrawler to avoid getting eaten by a worm. Does that and you have to do that before the worm comes to eat you. Yeah. So 2 people operation minimum, yeah. So it's not that it's 2 operation people minimum. But try making a sandcrawler yourself. Okay? And try making a Caryoptopter yourself. I am 100 hours in on this account. And I'm just making a large spice refinery for 500 spice melange, okay? 100 hours in, large spice refinery. Would I have it earlier? Probably. Not the point, okay? But... let's say it took me 100 hours to get this, and some people have more hours in. Now, if I want to make a sandcrawler costs you 55 melange, 55 melange, 54 melange, 54 melange, 54, 12, and times 4 or 6. I don't know how many treads you need. And another 54. Plus, like, the 85 plus tanium, 80 plus tanium, 60 plus tanium. Every 100 plus tanium is 125,000 water. Okay, 100 plus tanium, 125,000 water. 100 spice melange is 70,000 water or 50,000 water later on. So just alone think how much water it is. Like ignore the plus tanium because it's actually not that hard to get the plus tanium. Ignore the spice because you'll get it at some point. It's also the amount of water that you need, right? And that as a solo player. That you need to continuously make. Is it 75k water for 200 melanges? Okay, that's fine. I mean, right now it's like 70,000 for 100. Yeah, on the medium spice refinery. So 75k for 200. That's fine. It's actually pretty good. It all comes down to water, which I actually like. At some point, I was... Do I hate the water mechanic? Am I bored by it? But it's so immersive, right? I'm like... I'm not mad that everything costs so much water, because it's kind of like... It's the game, right? It's like you're on Dune, you're on Arrakis. Water is life. Water is spice. Water is everything. So it kind of fits. It can be a nice week or two project. Exactly. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't try to get it. I'm not saying don't go for it. Right? What I'm saying is it will just take time, and it's a project to work towards too. The same as with the large spice refinery. A large spice refinery as a mom and dad with a normal job, with 2 kids, with maybe 5 hours of playtime per week seems unobtainable. But it's also a journey, right? I mean, if you're not a content creator, if you're not someone who's hopping from game to game to game, and if you're not playing 100 hours per month, this is going to be your journey for the next month to come, right? This is you're logging in, and you're slowly working towards this, right? You're knocking out some quests, you finally get your first thopter, you dare to go into the deep desert, you find your first big spice mound, you're excited. I mean, like, it's a good goal for a gamer, right? That enjoys this game, that likes this world, to step by step go in the direction. There's still place in your guild. Yes, absolutely, Voodweasel. If you're on Lampadas, we can get you in. I just need your name. All I do is I play for a few hours after work a day. The future seems like such an uphill battle, but it's a good uphill battle if you like the game. Right? That's the thing. I mean, this is not like an MMO, actually, where you have this FOMO off. If I don't get it done right now, then I can't raid with the others and whatsoever. I mean, you can really completely play this game solo at your own leisurely pace and truly enjoy your journey. And I think that's good. I love that base. I'm putting a sombrero on a rock. I love a lot of these rock outcropping bases. They're pretty good looking. That actually fits in the lore, how much of an up battle it is. That's what I was saying about the immersion of the game. I gave the game a 7 out of 10 and called it aggressively mid. And I still think the game is mid. It's not like the game of the year, right? But I would give it an 8 out of 10 at this point, because the immersion is really what makes me keep playing it. What made me like love Arrakis so much. You felt the struggle, but it wasn't the Kingdom Come Deliverance struggle. Have you ever played Kingdom Come Deliverance? I liked the game. I didn't hate Kingdom Come Deliverance, but everything in that game was so cumbersome that at some point, I just didn't want to play anymore. At some point, I was like, okay. But I kind of don't want to play actually anymore. I'm like, I'm fine, but I'm good. Like, thank you. It was cool. But let's move on from now, you know? Let's play something different. And that's like kind of what happened to me with Kingdom Come Deliverance. And you have a struggle here too. Everything is a struggle in this game as well, but it kind of fits to the game struggle-wise. Okay, let's, like, what did we want it to do? We wanted to de-uglify this part of the base, I guess. Because I didn't like how this front part looked. I think we're gonna just beef this up, because we're gonna stay with a 3x3 design per se. can demolish this ugly corner. I would technically have to move the water tanks over, or I could increase the amount of water I'm storing, I guess. You know, if I wanted to, I could increase the amount of water I'm storing. So that's fine. Let's keep it as that. You know, for now I can just move that storage container over here. There you go. Okay. Just gotta consider if I actually want to beef this one up as well again, so it just doesn't look so crammed in here. Do I have enough? I have enough building ground now to actually do this here. Why are we doing that? So I can fit finally the full ornithopter in. Because right now the biggest problem has been that my assault ornithopter actually has never fit fully into its garage. Right? It was always a little bit too big boy. So let's... Ladies and gentlemen, finally. Look, Chad, it fits. Finally. Oh no. Oh no, there's still... No. I started this, I'm gonna end it. God damn it. Ginormous twat. Number 1 human gameplay. Sir, we're currently waiting for the patch for the new scenario, even though the new scenario is and not solo friendly. Okay, so we only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You only... the new one's human patch is coming on the 3rd of July. So we only need a 6 to fit. And now the last thing I'm actually missing is the penta shields, but I can't build the penta shields because I don't have calibrated servox here. No chance of making a garage? Well, you need to make only enough of this so that it says sheltered, right? So, like, if you actually pull this out, I'm pulling it out, chat. Pulling it out. Still pulling it out. I haven't stopped pulling it out yet. So, technically, this here is sheltered in base. Now, the thing is, okay, there's a problem here. Technically, players could do this. So enemy players could come and bully your thopter and slowly try to get it out of here, right? And then push it on open sand and put down the thumper if they're evil. But that's why we're building it bigger. You can't move other person's thingy, you're wrong. You're wrong. Sir, we had a ornithopter of someone that was sitting on top of rocks yesterday, and we actually pushed it with, like, so a bit more history there. We weren't bullying that player. We met the player inside a testing station and he wanted to PvP us. He wanted to backstab us, so we killed him, okay? And then, like, his ornithopter was outside, so we might or might have not tried to push his ornithopter on open sand. But then he flew away at some point. But we almost got it pushed out on the sand, okay? So like first he tried to PvP grief us, so we had a reason to do this. We weren't just unwarranted bullying him. I just want to say that. Okay, listen, we're not the problem. we're, we're not the bad guys. We're just the bad guys. Somewhat the bad guys. Maybe the bad guys. Maybe we're the problem. That's what a bully would say. Literally. We're not the problem, we're just part of it, exactly. We're not the actual problem, we're just part of the problem. Good. He is still making all the melanges. Oh, we're almost there. So 200 melanges. Let's check. Refinery. Okay, I could make another medium one, chat. Double medium refinery, gang. No, like, I could make 2 more medium ones, but we're here for this. Okay, chat? We got 494 silicone blocks. That's fine, because when I break that one down, I get some cobalt paste and I get some silicone blocks. We have cobalt paste 478, but we get 95, so that's enough. We have the advanced machinery, we have the complex machinery. We get 140 plus plannium ingots if we make it. And we're sitting at 441 spice melange, but this one is actually pooping out 68 spice melange. Okay, so we don't actually have to even make this anymore. Did I mask that correctly? One thing I never figured out, chat, is how do I make the materials of a broken down building? Okay, how do I make these materials end up in a chest and not inside my personal storage? Because my personal storage is obviously full. I can't pick this all up. But I never figured out how do I make the, like, if I break a building, right? How do I make this not end up in my inventory? Is there a way to do that? Or is there not a way to do that? It will drop on the ground, right? So if I break the building right now, it will always, like, be a problem. So the best thing I can do is store my decaliter johns right now, so I just have more inventory. And then I have to demolish this. And see, that's what I'm saying. Now the resources are here. So what I tend to do is I tend to take a storage container and move it next to this. So I can now store things, pick up stuff, store stuff, pick up stuff, store stuff. That's what I tend to do usually. And then I move the storage back. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Wait, why is placement blocked by another object? How can placement be blocked by another object? I built this high enough. Is 1, 2, 3? No, it's 4 high. No, I forget to build 5. No, you're right. No, I forget to build 5. This is correct. There's nothing wrong. Everything is right. I just forgot to put 5 on top. The plan was always to build at 5. We just forgot. Because material shortage. So this is correct. Is it thick on the top, or can I put a globe on this, Chan? Does anyone know? Because it says like it needs 4.5 high. So can I potentially build like a? Can I build this? Does this work? You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Okay, so I have a plan. I have a plan. We're gonna build. A row of half walls. Because 4.5. Okay. And then on the half walls, we're gonna build the. Okay, so I'm in shadow now. Thank you very much. That should work, shouldn't it? I'm pretty sure it should work. And so, see here, there's a spice vent. But the spice just does not clog our nostrils, you know? Like, inhaling that spice move bad. So we're going to build a little spice vent there on the tibbity-tobbity. Should get the trick done, right? Oh, wow. Don't watch me. That was highly inefficient. Okay. Look at what for a ginormous shit-ass dome you just had to, like... Look at this. Look at this. Just to get the refinery in there. Look at this shit fest. Placement is blocked by another object still. No, it's possible. Here you go. And here you go. There must be a better way. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen. It is in. The problem is we need to actually turn this at least one click because like that slanted is not happening. Okay? Better. Okay, we got it. I just need your name, Cyberfrog. So, like, you don't actually need any numbers. It's just like Cyberfrog, if that's your in-game name. No? Is it just Cyberfrog? So I just need your actual player name. Still slanted? Is it still slanted? Are you sure? No, it's straight. Is it straight? Is it slanted? Looks straight to me. Thing? No? Yes? Maybe? Looks pretty straight. These look parallel to each other. Perpendicular. Whatever you like, I don't know. Cyberfrog 77. I mean, I tried. I'm just bad at writing. Cyberfrog 77. Player not found. So, and now to activate this, chat, you need 10,000 spice sand. But that 10,000 spice sand poops out 200 melange. Now, if you remember what we started at, a small spice refinery needs 10,000 spice sand to make 100 melanges. The big downside is, obviously now, if I just need 50 melanges quick, like if I need a quick buck, you know, like I need a quick fix, like just give me those. I need it. I need those 50 right now. Yeah, you're not getting that, okay? Listen. You gotta calm down, okay? You're not getting your 50 melanges right away. You're gonna take a chill pill. I mean, I'm pretty happy. Now I have a problem though, ladies and gentlemen. What's my problem? Let's extrapolate something here for a second. So building this beautiful building was 500 silicone blocks and 555 cobalt paste. Okay. So where's my boxes of riches? 1 cobalt paste is 1 weight. 17 cobalt paste is 17 weight. So 500 cobalt paste is 555 weight. That's half of my scout ornithopter already. Okay? That's just half of my scout. One silicone block is what? I think 1 silicone block is 0.1 weight. So the 540 silicone blocks I need. That's better. I mean, 66 is 6.6 volume. So that's good. Right? 100 is only 10 volume. So we have like 550 is like what? 55 volume. Correct? So we're already sitting at 600 weight alone getting these two materials over. What's a plastanium ingot? I think one plastanium ingot is 1 volume, right? Yeah, shit. So what was it? We got 475 plastanium ingots. So that's 475 weight too. Yeah, so the problem is, in order to bring this whole base, I would need to make 2 trips to the assault ornithopter. But I guess that's not really a problem, because it would be 4 trips with a scout. 4 trips back and forth with a scout. You know what? I'm fine. That's okay. You know, if my assault can in 2 trips bring all the materials for these buildings, you know what? Great. Great. I'm good. By the way, look how ridiculous this is from the outside. You know what I kind of want to do? I want to put a circular shaped dome around it instead of a square shaped dome, because I can. But then again, you're building a penis pretty much. It is what it is. Yeah, you could build a ginormous circular base pretty much for this. Build a penis, yeah. So you would have to build a circular base, and then one side would be the garage, and the other side would be the generators. Probably. Chad, we're not done with the issues, because you know what the other issues is. So this would be. Remember, this is now the base, okay? Everyone, wait a second, ladies and gentlemen. We set 2 trips, okay, for the current base. But what if... what if we build this one now? So, the, here. Because that's the other building that's missing. That's the large ore refinery. That's the large ore refinery, which costs you 200 spice melanges and 373 cobalt paste. And 190 plastanium ingots. I mean, that's another 200 weight with another 200 weight. I know, with another 372 weight. Silicone blocks is like, what, 27 weight? Spice melanges is another 50. Huh? Oh, that's another 500 weight, 600 weight for this building, right? So the large spice refinery is tons already. That's another tons. Carry all in buggy. That's exactly the thing. Again, team place chat. So if you now have a carry ornithopter, a carrier ornithopter, and you would have a buggy with a Mark 6 storage that has 3,000 volume. You're just gonna vomit that base out. It's like, oh. There you go. Now imagine, though, losing that buggy on the way because of something. I mean, if I fly around with a carrier ornithopter, right, and I would have a disconnect, it's already over. I'm not playing the game ever again if that goes away, right? But if you like would have a buggy, and the buggy would be loaded with all of this, and a disconnect happens. Oh boy. You can't carry the buggy over the world map. Well, that's super sad. I'm now mad and I hate that. Well, okay, so listen, you could deposit the buggy in the deep desert, fly with your assault ornithopter 3 times to fill it up, to then carry it. Come on, the plan is still happening. Plan is still happening. No, this is my deep desert spice refinery. So the fun part about this right now is, okay, guys, tomorrow is Monday, and then on Tuesday, the base is getting wiped. So I pretty much now have officially 1 day and 17 hours to enjoy this large spice refinery. And yeah, after I'm done playing, I cannot enjoy that anymore. How long is the craft time on the melange? Sadly, I don't have the spice to show that to you. But know that 750 spice sand with 7,000 water, I made 100 melange and it was like 2 hours. It doesn't show the craft time here, sadly, right? I mean, I would have assumed it goes relatively fast right now. But is there somewhere there's no crafting timer, right? 2,700 seconds. That's fine. It's 3 minutes. Yeah, it should be fast. I mean, this is going to make spice faster than you have time to make spice, right? It's 45 minutes. Oh, that's fine too. I mean, in 45 minutes, I can get another 10,000 spice sand, right? You got to consider, how long does it take you to get 10,000 spice sand? Depending on me being lucky, it can be 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get 10,000 spice sand, right? But more realistic, it's like 20 to 30 minutes to get this much, like with flying back and forth and so on. So yeah. So it's like before then, farmer lot wiped. Oh no. Okay, listen, come closer. How does the deep desert work for the people that are new to the deep desert? The deep desert is this big base that has 81 tiles. It goes from A1 to A9 to I9. So these are all the tiles, okay? Every 7 days, there's a storm coming called the Coriolis storm. The Coriolis storm destroys everything that is in the deep desert, okay? Every base, every building, everything that's at that point is in the deep desert gets destroyed. But not only that, this tile here, the E3 tile, is going to get wiped out. And it will not look the same the next week. Okay, next week, this E3 tile is completely different. It might look like the F3 tile. It might look like the G3 tile. It might, okay? So they have 450 different tile designs or something, they said, handcrafted, and they get mixed and mambo-jamboed every week. So what I have to do tomorrow or tonight, I will have to break down this building step by step by step. I will have to put the resources in the storages and then transfer everything from the storages over to my ornithopters. And the process is actually, like, I should start with the process right away to bring everything that's unnecessary here already away. And then after the Coriolis storm is over, I can bring everything back again to rebuild my base. Why are we doing this? Why is this design a thing? It's primarily there to avoid people of just hogging one spot forever and the same spot. And also to bring some kind of motion, some fluency into the deep desert. The deep desert is not just always the same. I think that's fine. I like it. It's interesting. I mean, I'm definitely not going to build my base like this again. I'm going to check out. So, for example, this week, there is a big worm mound here in F5. There is a big worm mound in I8. And I think H8 has one too. So I9 and H8 has 2 worm mounds. So I would have been better off to build my base somewhere around E6. I'm currently here. I'm E2. But an E6 base might have been vastly better to actually get the spice faster. So with your weekly base position, you can influence how inefficient your week is, how much fun your week is, right? So that's a bit how you're going to be playing the thing. That makes sense to you. I hope I'm making sense. Let's take this all with me because it has nothing to do here. Spice infused, that one is definitely coming with me. The spice infused shebang bang. Spice infused plannium dust, dude, that's coming so with me. Not leaving that behind. Industrial pumps, carbide blades. All the slag. Now we already like just emptied these chests really good. Oh, I need my leader Johns. Plus titanium come with me too. And the advanced machines. Okay, good. There's only spice in the deep desert. No, spice, blueprints, Mark 6 crafting materials, Mark 6 plus titanium, dust, the stravidium, and the titanium. So the deep desert is what you need for the final tier of resources. Okay? And people can only raid your base in the PvP zone. Exactly. So even if a sandstorm comes, no one can enter your base. I know there's still a lot of myth around it, and I cannot fathom how dense some people are, sorry, that are still now on YouTube, like, telling you that you're wrong, and in the E-row you can get raided and everything, because they got raided by a cheater, probably. But yeah, some people still believe that it's not safe, but it's safe. No one can hurt you. I went into the PvP map today and holy shit, I didn't realize how big it was. It's huge still. I mean, like you have to understand that, right? Before the update, everything after the A row, like from A B1 to B9, all the way to I, that used to be the PvP area. That used to be the area where people could grief you. That used to be the distance people could chase you. Okay? I've seen a video where someone broke walls and raided a base with a laser. Syntax? No. That was in the PvP area. Okay? In the PvP area, if a storm comes, you can raid a base. Nowadays, the left PvP area is E row, half of it, F row, G row, H row, I row, and still from I to I9. What the PvPers are complaining about is that, let's say you find someone to, like, let's say someone is at H6 farming spice and you attack him, that he could just jump really quickly to E and be safe. And that's what people complain about. That when they're trying to attack someone who clearly doesn't want to PvP, that they could be too fast out of it. Maybe you should just get better at hitting your rockets, I guess. The big difference for me personally, okay, like understand, again, if you want to grief and so on, like, I'm not here to judge your personality, right? You suck. But the big difference for me is that the change made the deep desert less boring in terms of actually living in it. Because right now, you have a base in the E row. And if I want to spend a day in the deep desert, let's say I have 4 hours of gaming time. Of these 4 hours, I can spend 3 in the deep desert. And before the change of 4 hours of gaming time, I alone spent 2 hours roughly. And I'm overdoing it here, right? But I spent 2 hours of traveling back and forth between the deep desert and the Haga Basin, or my A row base. to do the same thing I can do now while having fun, right? It was literally like just traveling time because I had to go back from I2, from H2 to A or Haga Basin to put my resources back to then return. Unless I obviously made myself a deep desert base that can get raided, which I didn't because I'm a solo player and I'm not interested in that. So for me personally, this was just a big, more fun update, disregarding of the PvP or not PvP, that I just don't waste my game time just permanently traveling. Ras Razor, thank you for the gifted sub, and Vakera also, thank you for the 2 months of support, plus WinQ, thank you for the brand new subscription as well. Dankeschön. Also, thank you for almost 800 viewers, Jesus Christ, with Dune on YouTube. That's huge. That's huge, chat. Is it true that it's PvE up until Sector E? Yes, that's what we just said, Metro. You can actually press T. Okay, in case you didn't know this, guys. If you press T, it not only shows you your shield power suspensor, it shows you also the best water harvesting time and if you're currently in a PvE area or not. So fly into the E row, press T, and then you see where PvE is and where PvP is. I'm asleep when you stream. Rex, you get to see you there, partner. We do have EU-friendly streaming times because I try to stream when my children are in kindergarten school, and then when I'm done streaming and they're out of kindergarten school, I have time for the family. I'm not one of those EU night owl streamers that streams when the whole family sleeps. Can't do that because I sleep when the family sleeps with them. The line above the radial map tells you if you're PvE or PvP, but if you're unsure, Danroy, you can still press T. You're right, though. You are correct, good sir. And by the way, coming back to the topic of transporting the resources over, what I like to do is, in my main base, I like to have storage containers, because now I actually need storage containers and not only one container. So I like to have a container where I then put all the resources. So this has 1,750 volume. I will need 2 of these containers to put all the resources in for my deep desert base. But that when I'm done, I'm going to deposit exactly enough resources to rebuild my deep desert base, right? I like exactly the 1,000 silicone blocks I need, the whatever amount of cobalt paste, the whatever amount of complex machinery. We did actually make ourselves an Excel document for this because, well, who wants to guess how much everything is, right? So we have an Excel document where I have to actually fit it in. So here, where I have everything standing, that I can then just fill my deep desert base with this, my storage to be able to go back and forth. Right, so that's my favorite thing to do, because then you just fill up, like you go to this, you select your assault ornithopter, right? You just fill it up, and you're good. Without having to like guess around if this is it enough, decent or not. Deep Desert Reset is different from region to region. So if you're in the Deep Desert, just hit the exit to menu button and it shows you when the Coriolis storm hits. Okay. Yeah, you could also, instead of making 2 containers, you could make one of these medium storage containers, right? But it takes 70 plus titanium ingots and I don't have them to spare. When I just did everything to get my large spice refinery. I do have to end the stream here also, Chan. This is actually sad for me because we have such a huge success, but it is my sister-in-law's birthday and we're invited for some Russian-themed food. So we're going to get Monty and we're going to get some other shebang. Therefore, I'll be back tomorrow for more stream. Also, I can already teaser you tomorrow's video. Can you link the document? The document is linked in the YouTube video, in case you haven't watched the YouTube video yet about the deep desert base here. That's the YouTube video about the deep desert base. That has the link to the document in it. I'm forcing you to go to that video. Tomorrow's video is going to be about the basic set, the basic items you need for deep desert. So like a deep desert kit, you know, what should you have? Where do you get it? And yeah, I think I have every item in there possible. Therefore, I'll be gone for now. We get that deep desert video. There's tomorrow another Dune stream coming. And then on July the 2nd is going to be Diablo stream. Just so you already have a heads up what's happening. Don't worry though, even if Diablo streams are happening, I think I have like another 2-3 Dune videos planned that I'm already pre-rendering right now for the next days. Until then, take care. Have a good one. It was such an honor and pleasure to have you here. Don't forget to watch the videos and share the videos. If you have questions, post them under the YouTube videos. I do read those questions. I can't answer everything because there's quite a lot of you, but I'm trying. Okay? So shout out, cheerio, and thank you very much. Appreciate it greatly.